You know, it sucks when things get ruined for you, especially Lord of the Rings being effed up the ass. And right now it's late, and I'm hearing Aragorn has been re-swapped in Magic: The Gathering. Me and my friend went into depth with this one. I sent the article that was advertised to me on Google's main news, uh, uh, whatever you call it, menu. I don't know. And yeah, they're just really pushing things. First buying the IP, and now this. Um, what I have to say is, don't let your curiosity get the better of you to watch a train wreck. If we keep supporting stuff like um, Rings of Power, Wheel of Time, House of the Dragon, um, and any of the Disney related stuff, whether it be Marvel or Star Wars with Andor and She Hulk and all that, we're just gonna keep getting garbage. I thought about that Nostalgia Critic thing where he was doing his Lion King review, and he had that one part where the fans just magically pop out of nowhere and he's blaming them for movies like that. Um, and their response is, maybe we want a popcorn flick once in a while. The problem is we have popcorn flicks, and is stuff like the new Lion King really a popcorn flick, honestly? I don't think so. It was pretty boring at times and lengthy. And we have enough popcorn flicks as it is. I'm pretty sure TV shows like the Resident Evil show is not a popcorn flick. It's really boring, meaningless, and uh, has terrible, like the Zootopia stuff. Like, seriously? That's terrible. Um, it's just really awful and not a good representation of what we could be getting. And I remember watching somebody else that said, could Rings of Power be awful? Or it's possible that it could be awful, or terrible, or underwhelming, or maybe somewhat good or okay. Maybe it'll be surprising in how okay it is, but it'll never be great. And that's how I feel a lot of these shows and series have come down, and even in the game industry. And if you take, like, it's okay to have inclusion, it definitely is, but know how to utilize it better. If you take, for example, the inclusion policy of Amazon, and I'm sure this is something that other companies have, when you look through that, it feels more like they're doing it, and inclusion itself feels, the way they're promoting it and such, feels more corporate than it does natural or genuine or caring or loving or passionate. At least not passionate loving, feels more passionate hate, because then they go and attack people, attack the fans and stuff for having criticism. Criticism is fine, but to attack like you're some bully back, the very thing you sought to at least you say you sought to destroy, you have become. And if we keep letting our curiosity get the better of us, if we actually use our watch time and our eyes and our wallets for better stuff, to speak on behalf of, we don't want crap like this, or at least we don't want the way you represent stuff like this, we're just gonna keep getting crap like this. We're not gonna get intelligently made stories. We're not gonna get intelligently made characters. And we're just gonna keep getting these directors and writers and other idiots that are such hypocrites. I'm pretty sure the writers and directors are white guys for the Rings of Power. which makes them look so dumb in what they're trying to do. And it doesn't have to do with the color of your skin or anything like that, but know that your motivation needs to be more caring, more loving and passionate, not hateful and wanting to abuse or utilize something for profit. And like, there are passionate series that have made tons of profit anyways, as long as there's love behind it. I know that sounds cheesy or corny, but I think that the original trilogy of Lord of the Rings was made very passionately. The director even said he didn't want to force like politics into it or anything. It was about the stories. He did change things, of course, but it benefited for the better, and it wasn't like crazy changes. I want to point out another thing. When I look at Rings of Power, there are other problems that you don't even have to bring up, like race or anything about. You don't even need to bring up that stuff. Take, for example, haircuts. There are some haircuts that in that show alone that just do not fit that universe, and you wonder, like, who has a electric razor? Because when you look at that new elf guy, it looks like he's got like he came out of the like the U.S. military or something. He's got like buzz cut hair or whatever on the sides. It's like, who cut your hair like that? That does not fit this universe. It's weird, and it makes me question stuff. And then there's the other haircuts that characters have that just like are so weird and make you question like what kind of tech do they have alone just to have their hair all gelled and look like that. It's just so weird. It just doesn't fit. It looks too modernized, and that's their biggest problem. By the way, when a company is trying to modernize something and be hip with the crowd or to fit in, we get stuff like the Cat in the Hat with Mike Myers. And I know that was profitable, but it is a freaking joke too. There are people like Nostalgia Critic and me that would trash a film like that as a freaking joke. And sadly, that's what you're making this look like. It's a joke. It's corporate. It's evil. There's just a lot of lines of dialogue, especially from Galadriel, that feel phoned in. The costume design is awful. Like, they're trying to represent the real world and such, and it's like, this isn't the real world, people. This is a freaking fantasy. It's meant to be unrealistic. You're my epic manatee, you know. It's like, what are you doing here? Do you not understand the point of fantasy? Like, why are you trying to modernize something that's not even real? That is a fantasy universe, and you're being super disrespectful on purpose, and it's very noticeable by both of what's being said and done. Your actions and words are speaking opposite, that you care at all about this. You do not care. You're making a billions of dollar disaster made of hate, and it's disgusting to watch unfold. And you can still criticize it even if it's not out. Look at Fallout 76 once again. Like, the more I saw marketing on that, the more I was getting worried and seeing more bad than good. And yeah, it just was terrible. It's hard to talk about stuff like this, and I honestly don't want to, but man, Lord of the Rings has just been effed up the ass lately. And it's really sad. It's sad to watch. It was such a unique series. It hurts. It hurts. But if you stick to what I said and don't let curiosity take you over, there are better shows. Cobra Kai is coming out the same month. Watch that, not this. Frick that show. It looks like any other generic fantasy anyways. This is not Lord of the Rings. It is using the name, but it isn't the Lord of the Rings. It looks like any other fantasy. I would even go back and watch older shows. Go watch Breaking Bad again. Go watch Better Call Saul. Go watch Stranger Things. Go watch Game of Thrones. Go watch whatever. Don't watch this. Don't. Don't support, even out of curiosity, shows like Halo, freaking Wheel of Time, any of the Disney stuff. Don't support that crap, or we're gonna keep getting spoon-fed that crap. It's ridiculous. Like, crying out loud, it's over the top, it's abused, it feels corporate now, it doesn't even feel natural. I don't know what else to say. It's gotten so noticeably disgusting that, like, I don't even know how to approach this. It's hard to approach it too, because yeah, like, somebody's gonna call you racist, but who hasn't at this point? You're just demoralizing people and making things worse. It's like so dumb. So dumb. I'm sick of seeing it. I'm done with this crap. I'm not watching She-Hulk. I'm not watching Resident Evil. I'm not watching Halo. I'm not watching any of this crap. And I haven't. I think the only thing I watched recently was the episode of House of the Dragon, but I don't know. I don't feel like I'm pulled in or invested. So, and it has nothing to do with races or genders or any of that. It has to do with the writing, the story, the character development, how entertained or not entertained I am. You don't need to necessarily, like, I like Mass Effect for its character development and how interesting those characters are, and their motivations and such. But you can screw that up easily too. And that's what they're doing with a lot of this stuff, and they look like a bunch of hypocrites. Take, for example, when Captain Marvel came out, they started pushing people saying they were sexist for not liking it as their big excuse. They're doing the same here. And yet, ironically, those people liked Wonder Woman and Alita Battle Angel probably around the same year. And it's like, what? You hypocritical dumbasses? And it's probably a lot of the same people, too. It's just really stupid. It makes them look like a bunch of hypocrites. That's all I have to say. I feel like this stuff is just really corporate. It's been bothering me. It's dumb. I absolutely freaking hate it. It's just ridiculous. I don't know what else to say. I can't add any more than what I have. Don't watch it. Don't watch Rings of Power. I know I shouldn't be saying that. But whatever. This stuff has gone too far. It's getting ridiculous. This could be our one time to, like, be like, no, stop this nonsense. We're done. Done being fed your same crap every freaking year, every freaking time. Stop. This could be our moment to be like, shut the hell up. Actually focus on the parts that are important and not the other crap. So dumb, so ridiculous and over the top. It's disrespectful, it's disgusting, it's putrid, vomit-inducing, absolutely disturbing. I hate it. And yeah, I will continue to go forward with my read-alongs, don't worry about that. The reason I haven't gotten to them is I don't know if I trust my headset to have good enough quality until I get a new one. Or it could be my PS4 even, because my PlayStation's been a little weird lately. I will be testing it out to see. So I haven't gotten to them because of that crap. So that's all I wanted to say. I just thought this stuff was over the top ridiculous. It's getting to be too much, and this is probably the most noticeable and apparent it's ever been. It's hard not to see past it now, because they've never pushed this hard before. Once again, it's fine to do that stuff. I've mentioned that Black Panther and Beastars and Zootopia and so many others have done it much better. Wonder Woman and freaking Alita Battle Angel. And you remember the original Alien or Alien movies, or or Sarah Connor's part in Terminator. Like, you remember that stuff. And yeah, they had to push back then, but we do have good movies now, with, at least when it comes to some of them, not all of them, sadly, which is the point of the video, is because they're focused on other aspects rather than the ones that matter. And when it comes to pushing a message and stuff, a message isn't just they have to say that it's a message that it's pushing this stuff. A message can be pushed in different ways, said in different ways, or shown, not told, in different ways. There are different ways to push a message other than the way you have seen it. So that's not to say they aren't pushing a message, or that they are. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. But I do feel like they're pushing something. Even if you don't. You can believe it or not, whatever. But stop supporting this crap. Stop spoon feeding us this crap. I'm getting sick of it. I'm done. A lot of games are dead to me. A lot of game companies are dead to me. A lot of movies are dead to me. I don't care about a lot of shows. I'm not watching any of them. I'm literally just dead inside because, like, there's nothing to watch or play. I've been playing a lot of older stuff now and watching. It's part of the reason I've gotten the books and come back to read-alongs, because there's there's not much to do. There's not many games to give a crap about. They either get pushed back, or they're just, most of the games are older stuff anyways, like remakes and crap. It's like, I don't care about anything, especially this year. Like, there's nothing new that I give a crap about. No games. Like, if I go through the list of games that are coming out the rest of this year, and even probably next year, I'm just gonna go through it like, I don't care. Just like I did with Comic-Con or whatever. I don't care. And it's the same with a lot of other things, like TV shows. Like, when we got Halo and all the Marvel and DC and all those other shows, and I'm just thinking to myself, I don't want to watch them. I'm gonna go watch older stuff. I don't care. So go do that. Go watch older stuff. If you haven't seen it, it'll feel like a new experience to you, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it, depending, I guess, on what it is. Or maybe you have different tastes for different things. I'm sure you can find something or multiple things that you'll like. But right now, we are in a pit of darkness with just awful shows, awful movies, awful everything. There's a Dragon Ball movie out. You can always rely on anime. So, go see that. So, I hope you guys have a nice day. I hope nothing offends you or comes across the wrong way in this. I seriously mean not to offend or be rude or anything like that. So I do apologize if it does come across in a sense like that. But I'm just sick of this crap. It's everywhere, and it's gotten worse over the years. I don't like talking about it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm done. That's why I made a previous video, but whatever. I'm just done with everything. Whatever. I'm gonna watch old stuff. I was just watching Watership Down the other day, the original, and I love dark stuff in general. I miss stuff like the 80s movies. Like 80s movies are fantastic. Dark Crystal, Labyrinth, Return to Oz, you name it. I love those frickin' movies. And we get nothing like that anymore. It sucks. So, you have a nice day, an awesome day. If you did enjoy this video, even though it's just a close-up of my masked face, uh, and head on head, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below. I gotta get some sleep. I'll see you guys next time. I'll try and upload this whenever I can, or as soon as I can. Maybe I can do it as I sleep. Bye.